Hello, in this tutorial I'm going to talk a little bit about colour contrasts that can complement vibrantly as opposites on a colour wheel or harmonise more gently as neighbouring colours. I'm doing this using some curtains and plaited tiebacks I made, taking inspiration from artworks in a room. There are plenty of videos explaining colour theory more thoroughly, but if you're looking for a new colour scheme for your room, a good starting point can be an item that you love. It could be a beautiful treasured ornament, a bowl, a vase, a case full of books, or a rug. Nature can be a good place to look too, if you're starting from scratch. The colours in a flower, trees against a blue sky with soft clouds, or a beach scene. But I often take my inspiration from an artwork. Using my living room as an example, although I love this Sanderson fabric, it was originally bought for a much larger room and it makes this north-facing room appear dark, so I wanted to lighten and brighten the room. I took my inspiration from a favourite painting and focused on the gold colour as a starting point. This is a painting by my artist friend Caroline Forward. Caroline's a contemporary painter who uses cold wax and oil to create layers and texture to represent weathered ancient lines, change and the passage of time in shorelines, rock surfaces and geological formations, amongst other representations of local environments, people and places. This piece is called A World of Its Own and represents water, landscapes and fault lines. The beauty of Caroline's paintings is you see what you want to see, and there's always something new that appears as you look at them. And I'll leave a link to Caroline's art in the description. So back to colour. You can see in this painting the gold I've drawn on to brighten my room. So let's get back to colour theory to see how I finally decided on the contrast colours for my gold curtain tiebacks. When we mix primary colours, red, yellow or blue as neighbours, we can add secondary colours, orange, green and purple, to our wheel. By mixing secondary colour neighbours, we can add the tertiary colours. So for example, mixing blue and green, we can get the blue-green hues. From the tertiary colours, the hues, if we add the neutrals white, black or grey, our colours split into tints, shades and tones. Adding white to a hue gives a lighter tint, adding black to a hue, a darker shade, and by adding grey, a mix of black and white, we tone down the hue. The colour wheel also shows us warm colour hues that sit opposite the cool colour hues, where warm colours appear to stand out more boldly than cool colours. So back to choosing my tieback contrast. The opposite complementary colour to my curtain colour, yellow-orange, is blue-purple, which blends with my light tint sweater, but with nothing else in my room. Next, I looked at the triadic colours, which take me to blue-green and red-violet. But what to contrast for the plaited tiebacks? The colour that jumps out at me in this painting is the triadic colour blue-green, which is also one of the main contrast colours in my room. Another favourite painting of mine by Caroline Forward is entitled Time Then, and it reminds me of my time living in Vietnam, not the pretty tourist side, but the reality of life for some people in Vietnam. The painting is predominantly shades of blue-green, but Caroline has taken red as a contrast, which is a split complementary, which sits either side of the direct contrast, which is orange red on the colour wheel. I've mocked up a tie back with blue green as the contrast, but I felt it just was a little bit too sharp and aggressive to go with the other soft furnishings in my room. And I really wanted something to sit a little bit more harmoniously with what I already have. The tetradic colours, red and green, sit 90 degrees from my base colour, yellow-orange, but are again too harsh for a contrast. Tetradic colours can sit at 90 degrees between a base colour and its complementary opposite. However, true tetradic colours form right angles of 90 degrees on a rectangle, with colours separated by one, with one dominant colour and 3 accents. So finally I look at the analogous colours. These are groups of colours that can sit about 3 to 5 places either side of the base colour and add a softer, more harmonious contrast. And this is how I finally decided on the contrast colours for my plaited tie backs. In this painting that was my parents' from Kenya, it has gold and red contrasted, analogous colours on the colour wheel. It also has shade of brown and tone or shade of teal in the background. So it really helps to look at a painting and think about what colours go together and how they sit on the colour wheel. I next tried a light tint for my tie backs. It blends with some of my soft furnishings and also picks out some of the colours in the painting. But again, I just didn't feel it was quite right. I then had a light bulb moment when I looked at the old fabric that I used from my original curtains to recycle to make the new ones. And if we look at my colour wheel, you can see the darker, it's a chocolate brown, it looks a bit black here, but it's a chocolate brown. And this is an analogous colour on my colour wheel from the yellow orange. We can see the browns here, and this just has more black added to it to make a darker shade. And if I put a strip of my contrast fabric against the picture, you can see it picks out the chocolate brown. It's got all these lighter tints in it. So this is going to go very well with my colour scheme. And finally, with a mock-up tie back, I feel these colours sit much more harmoniously with what I have in the room, and also allows me to keep a little bit of the older fabric that I really loved but was much too dark for this north-facing room. So finally, points to think about when choosing colours for a room. I've given you some basic ideas on striking complementary opposites and split complementaries, the teradics that sit equidistant as a main colour with 2 subordinates, and the analogous neighbours that harmonise. There are other schemes if you study colour theory deeper, such as the single monochromatic hues. At the very beginning, scientist Sir Isaac Newton provided the foundations of colour theory through experimenting with prisms, light and colour, which links to how different fabric colours reflected into my room and made it seem darker or brighter. So your room's aspect, north or south for example, is worth thinking about when designing your room, as is how much light comes in through your windows generally. I hope this has given you some points to start from. If you found it useful, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified when I make more videos on soft furnishings and re-upholstery. I'll leave a link in the description to other videos on making the curtains and tie backs by recycling my old curtains. Thanks for watching and good luck with your projects.